Okay, come on. You know what, ladies? Matter of fact, before I even start the intro, let's just clap. Come on, man. Let's clap. Come on. Come on. Good morning, all my friends. Welcome to Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team with Miss Miko and SennyJ, only place on earth where you get your morning started right. We are back in the building. It's a throwback Thursday. For the rest of the summer, we're going to honor 50 years of hip hop. We get into that throughout the summer. We truly appreciate you guys. It's the only place on earth where you get your morning started right. That chat room is wide open. Thank you so much for tuning in to the show. This is where you get your morning love, but most importantly, only place on earth where you get your morning started right. SennyJ, good morning. Good to see you. You're looking well. God bless you. And how are you, young lady?
Good morning, Shawn. Good morning to everybody listening. I am doing amazing. I am so excited to be here today. We're going to get started with Senny Says, where I will let you know what is going on in Hollywood and entertainment news. And we're also going to have front page news with SennyJ, where I will let you know what is going on locally, nationally, and globally. So make sure you stick around for that. Hey, Miss Miko.
Hey, SennyJ girl.
Hey,
What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? Your girl is back. Oh my gosh, it feels so good to be here with you guys. We missed you. We know we've been gone, but we back with the jump off. Anyway, I'll be bringing you Ms. Miko's tips today, so make sure you stick around for that. But of course, let's get started with the weather. What is happening outside? Why is it so gray and dreary? So right now in Bethlehem, PA, where we broadcast this show live from, it's currently 57 degrees, going to a high of 67. It will be cloudy and raining all day today, people. So if you don't have to go outside, stay indoors. New York City, what's up, my NYC peeps? Same deal. It is going to be cloudy. Currently it's 59. It's going to a high of 67 and also raining all day. So stay in. But I know you New Yorkers, you want to get on the train. You want to go do a whole bunch of BS. Just enjoy your day today. But whatever you do, just stick with us. The only place on earth where you get your morning started right.
God bless you. You're damn right. It's the only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Miss Miko just went into the whole situation that we haven't been around for a while, and we all know that, and we haven't, and that's why we're all smiling right now. And that's why the three of us have suntans right now. That's why the three of us are smiling right now, because we took off and we've been away. I went down to Central Florida and Miami area with my family, and SennyJ and Miss Miko was on a cruise. And that's why when we come back, if you see that energy with us, you see us smiling, you see us glowing, you see the brownness in our skin, that's why we went on vacation. And we were sharing with you guys that periodically we'll be taking off. We would start up again and take off again and start off again until September. So we truly appreciate you. And I want to say this before we start this show. CJ and Miss Miko, both of you are very attractive young ladies anyway. But I want to say this, the glow that you young ladies have right now, this morning, is a beautiful glow for all the sun that you guys have received since you've been gone. So everyone in the chat room, let's give a round of applause for these two beauties right here that's holding it down, that's going out there, living their best life and going on trips. So before I get into my situation, I'm going to start with Miss Miko first. Miss Miko, you and SennyJ went on a cruise. It was well documented. We saw it on social media.
Yes.
And before you went away, all of us in the chat room gave you the do's and don'ts with traveling with SennyJ. And welcome to the show, guys. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Put a number in the chat room if you have felt the wrath of the madness of traveling with SennyJ. Miss Miko, before we get into the
SennyJ was a joy.
Thank you.
She was a joy, Shawn. We had a wonderful time. I mean, we did have some hiccups, but for the most part, it was a wonderful time.
It was fantastic, Shawn. And obviously, we're still friends.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
And we're going out again. So
we're going to be going next week, guys. Get out of here.
Wait. First of all, Miss Miko, lies, you tell.
What you mean?
There's always got to be some situations going down with SennyJ, but I'm glad that everything worked out because we were all concerned, especially with me. I was talking to my wife when you guys were away, and I was like, boy, we were throwing the prayer emojis up for Miss Miko. SennyJ could be a lot, but the consensus in the chat room was what it is. SennyJ's a handful. But if you're saying that SennyJ wasn't a handful,
She wasn't. She was a good time.
Put a number one chat room if Miko's lying. Put a number two if she's not.
We about to leave again. She was a good time. We could always travel together. She a good time.
All right, let's have a round of applause on that. Now, SennyJ, you can start your lives now.
Oh God!
How was the trip with Miss Miko on the cruise for 8 days?
No, it was good. I love being Miko. She kept me on track with the things that were going on for the day, how it was going to work when we got off the boat, when we got back on, the things that we needed. So I like traveling with her. She was very knowledgeable. We went to the Bahamas. She knew the spots to go to. We ate. We had a good time. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. Everybody go out with Miko to places. If you get the invitation, you know what I'm saying?
She's because I'm busy. Putting it out there, yo.
She keeps a close circle, so I'm glad I'm able to infiltrate. Boom, I'm in there like somewhere. You'd be so lucky, Shawn. You might get a taste.
Shawn don't want to. Shawn wouldn't even give us the boat. Shawn don't even want to walk around the Bahamas. I would never go anywhere with Shawn.
Because you guys went to Antigua together, but you didn't really.
I went to Antigua. Shawn went to the hotel. I went to Antigua.
Exactly.
Miss Miko, at what day? You always together for 8 days. At what number day was it when you was done with Cindy?
I was not. Like Cindy, like we understood each other in a weird way. Like Cindy knows I gotta have my downtime. So when I get back from dinner, I got to put on my pajamas. I got to read the activities for the next day. She knows that there's a method to my madness. And when she got past that the first 3 days, she was like, are you really going to read what we're doing tomorrow? Yeah, because I'm a planner. And we went to the gym 5 out of the 8 days.
Yes.
Cindy, at what day was you tired of Miss Miko talking to death and going through the whole BS rhetoric? And you just wanted your alone time. What day was it that you was like, I need this chick to get away from me?
No, I didn't. I wanted to be around her all the time. We were together the whole time.
Yeah, and by the time the end of the cruise, everybody knew us.
Yeah. The only time we weren't together is when I had to run back to the room because I was always forgetting something.
Every day.
Every day.
Close the door, walk all the way to the elevator. She'd be like, oh shoot, I forgot this. And she'd go back to the room.
Yeah, that's it. I was very forgetful. I'm surprised I didn't lose anything. But yeah, it was.
You lost something, Cindy.
Oh yeah. I had a little run-in with customs, but it wasn't anything serious, and we got past that. So that, if anything, I said, Miss Miko is a little. I don't know if she's a ride or die, but she's definitely there for moral support, and that's all you can really. She will go home and let everybody know what happened. She will rally the troops for you, but I don't know necessarily go through the trenches. You know what I'm saying? But I can appreciate that. It's fine.
Well,
I don't hold that against her.
SennyJ, before we start the show, did Miss Miko pass the SennyJ paranoia test? SennyJ, or did she have a complete meltdown? SennyJ, which one was it?
No, she didn't have a complete meltdown, but she was like, you don't have anything on you or anything, right?
Every time we got off the ship or we got on the ship, I was like, what's in your bag? What do you got on you? What are they going to find?
Now, Miss Miko, that's the SennyJ that we know. I tell you guys in the chat room, the honesty will come out in a moment. It just took a little longer. I'm glad that you guys are still friends. Everybody in the chat room, let's give a round of applause to the both of them.
I'm so excited. We're so friends.
Now, while you guys was on a glorious trip before we go into the start the show, my family and I, we went down to Orlando, Florida. We did the whole family thing, took the bonus son down there. We did the whole Disney situation.
Shout out to the bonus son.
We went down there, took 6,000 Ubers.
Paid for overpriced hot dogs.
Yeah, right. I made a live video, overpriced hot dogs that I refused to pay for. And that was my fault because we didn't carry the knapsack and we didn't have the waters and all that. And day two, when the bonus son was like, I'm thirsty. And I was like, well, you're going to have to hold off a little bit. There's nothing to drink here for you.
He said, yes, there is right there.
I was tired of buying water for $8. That wasn't going to happen. My wife was thirsty as hell. And I said, we're going to get through this.
What, Shawn?
And we did, and we had a fabulous time. We went to some fabulous restaurants that night. We did all the attractions for the young man, and we just had a good time. And we spent time with each other in the same room with each other. The bonus son slept in one bed, we slept in the other, and then like on night two, I was looking at my wife. I was like, "Yo, the bonus son sleep. What's good? What's good?"
No, keep it to yourself.
I was like, what's good? She was like, stop it. Stop it. I was like, nah, yeah.
No, Shawn.
So again,
thank God Tanya had some sense.
So again, like I said in the beginning of this, like when Miko said, we out, we enjoying our summer. We are totally.
Shawn, we forgot to tell you guys who we saw on the cruise. Cindy, can you do the honors?
Okay.
Oh, yes. We saw Ching Ching.
Ow.
So he is our beloved chat room member. And he was there. And it was awesome seeing him there. And we had a good time. We got to watch the game. We was in the pool with him. We partied that night in the back of the boat. So it was so much fun. So shout out to you, Ching.
And just for the record, Ching and SennyJ was their first cruise ever, right? So let's clap for that.
Yes, that was our first cruise. It was good. I did get, first of all, people that tell you you are not going to get sick or nauseous are lying. It doesn't matter how big that boat was.
You was over-exaggerating, Cindy. It wasn't that bad.
I felt the boat moving, and then I felt like Miko was gaslighting the hell out of me because I was like, "You don't feel the boat moving?" She was like, "No, it's moving. We're moving." I was like, "Girl, yes, we're moving." I couldn't look out of the windows the whole time. I got the store brand Dramamine, and I overdosed on it. Like I took 4 at one time. It didn't work. I still was nauseous. One of my friends said I should have taken Zofran. So maybe that might be a pro tip for the next time I go. It's called like ondedestrant or something like that. But it's Zofran. It's an anti-nausea medication. So I might need that next time. And when I got off the boat, I felt nauseous because I felt like I was moving. I was just standing there. I got super nauseous. Like it felt like the first day I was on the boat. And I was on solid ground, like we were in Walmart because we were in Florida. We had to go to Walmart real quick. And I'm feeling like I'm about to throw up, sweating, like my head was hurting. It was crazy. And then I got on the boat. The nausea was a little bit more tolerable, but I felt like it was always constantly running in the background. And of course, I'm drinking, nonstop drinking. Shout out to Micah.
Yes, shout out bartender Micah from Grenada. Where's he from?
No, he's from St. Lucia.
Micah from St. Lucia. Thank you for keeping us with the lituations the entire 8 days. We appreciate it, Micah.
That was a vibe. But so I was low-key nauseous the whole time. So
well, it was your first I give you credit. It was your first cruise, 8 days. You sound like a rookie. Miko is a veteran at the game on these cruises, and I'm glad that you got through it. So
thank goodness I didn't throw up one time, so that was very good for me because I felt like it. I couldn't read a dang thing. Every time I started reading, get sick. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was a lot going on.
And
but I did. I survived. I fought through it. I survived. I should get a shirt that says "I survived my first cruise."
That'll be cool. So all you people that's making shirts in the chat room, get Cindy a shirt.
I survived my first cruise.
Yeah, she sure did.
Are you serious right now?
Yeah.
Right. All right. Well, guys, let's give Cindy a round of applause for surviving her first cruise. This is really BS, but we appreciate it. All right. So, Cindy, check this out. What we're going to do, we're going to jump right into this front page news. Guys, we are excited to be back. We didn't make no announcements that we're coming back. We didn't go on social media. We just showed up. And and we're back. And like I said, throughout the summer, we're taking breaks, and we'll be back full time in September. So please, thank you so much for your patience throughout the years, and welcome to the chat room, everyone. And we're excited to be here. All right, Shane, let's get into some front page news. She's the S to the E double NY, and you can't deny she got the front page news, y'all.
yeah.
Front page news, y'all. Go ahead, Shane. Do your thing. Oh, you want to do that?
Oh, Shawn, we got to talk about the 50 years of hip hop I went to on Sunday. We'll get into that too.
All right.
That was
Well, right now, I guess what we're gonna start talking about is what is on everybody's mind, about this missing submersible vessel, where the search is ongoing as banging sounds are continuing to be heard. Weather near the search site has been cooperative for the last few days. What they know, about the pilot of the missing submersible is that he did help build it. Stockton Rush, who's the CEO of OceanGate and one of 5 people on the submersible missing in the North Atlantic, has cultivated a reputation as a kind of modern day Jacques Cousteau, a nature lover, adventurer, and visionary. Rush has approached his dream of deep sea exploration with a pattern that has come into sharp relief. He graduated from Princeton in 1984 with a degree in aerospace engineering. He has said that he never really grew out of his childhood dream of wanting to be an astronaut, but his eyesight wasn't good enough. He founded OceanGate in 2009 with a stated mission of increasing access to the deep ocean through innovation. However, there have been a lot of reports of people talking about the submersible was actually put together with extra parts, some parts from a camper, some things that didn't look really safe. There was a report that a news reporter from CBS back in 2019 was supposed to go on the submersible, but he didn't because he felt like there was going to be safety concerns. There was a controller. It was a third party aftermarket value, like game controller that they were using to navigate the vessel, and it doesn't actually have navigational equipment on the vessel. The only way that it can see where it's going is from directions from the mothership, which stays above water. And so they found that they lost contact with them about an hour and a half into their dive. This vessel was going to take up to 10 hours to get down to the ocean floor in order for them to see where they were going. And the only way that they could communicate with the mothership was through text message. So this reporter felt like it wasn't a good idea for him to go on it. So he's now talking about the incident. They know that they only have enough oxygen until sometime this afternoon, Thursday afternoon. So they don't know. The Canadian airship that's also in working with the U.S. Coast Guard has said that they've heard banging sounds about every 30 minutes, and they're trying to follow that, but they still don't know where these people are. And even if they find the vessel, there's also no way to like bring it to the top. Like there's no like tether or anything. So they're also going to have to find a way to guide this thing to the top, even when they do find it. So it's a lot. They say it's the size of a minivan inside, and it's holding 5 of them. And, they went missing on Sunday afternoon. So.
And it's already Thursday. This is troubling. How much time do they have left? How much oxygen do they have left? Do you know, Cindy?
They said they had enough oxygen for 4 days, I believe.
They had the capsule holds 96 hours of oxygen, and if they don't find them by this afternoon, they're done. And it's a sad situation, but Miss Miko, I like to say this: a rich man's problem, and I say that respectively because the price tag is $250,000 per person to take this venture
To go see the Titanic, right? Is
to
that what
go
they were
see the
going to do?
250. Right. So unfortunately, they have met their faith with the Titanic. Uh,
Mm.
there's two billionaires on board. The guy who owns the companies on board. There's one of the sons. This is a hot mess.
It's a
But
bad
the
idea.
report,
That's what it is.
but you see the comparison between you guys being on a cruise liner, a big giant ship, compared to five people being in a capsule the size of a minivan going 2.5 miles deep in the North Atlantic with the mercy of a string literally holding them, and all the variables that are in the way. Like this thing could have been tied up in a floating fish net.
Right.
It could be wedged onto the Titanic. It could have
Yeah.
been bumped into a rock. Anything to throw it off
But
course.
they're using a gaming control, she said. It was a gaming control they was using.
Yeah, that's how they were like, I don't know, I guess navigating, going forward, backward.
Well,
You
But
can't be serious.
they don't have they don't have any navigational equipment, so they don't know exactly where they are.
these people are done. I'm sorry to say.
Unfortunately. I agree with Shawn.
I'm sorry to say. Stick a fork in all of them. They're done. They're with. They're amongst the ages now. It's a
Put a number one in the
terrible.
chat room if you think they're done. Put a number two if we holding hope.
And Miss Miko's right. Put a number one if they done. Miss Miko, can you give me 18 number ones,
You
please?
got it, Shawn.
Number two, and then let me tell you something. How can we imagine a countdown knowing that we only have 97 hours? And they might, right now, they might still be alive. They're 2 miles down into the North Atlantic. It's dark, it's cold, and they know that
Did,
they're running out of oxygen. This is scary.
did you see that who saw that Netflix documentary? Oh, I think it's called The Last Breath or The Last Dive, something like that. I'm gonna look up the name. But it was about, because there are people that drill, there's like jobs and they actually drill the ocean floor or service these machines that are on the bottom of the ocean floor. And this diver, oh, I don't want to give away the show, but he was stuck down there when his tether ripped away from his crew. And he said it's so dark you can't even see your hand in front of your face. And he recounted his story about being down there. And so from watching that, who never knows? I mean, the people that are on this thing, I mean, one of them is a British adventurer. Like he's been like all over doing treacherous things. He's been on the ocean floor before.
Right.
A French diver who's familiar with the Titanic and he's explored it and stuff like that. Two of the a wealthy Pakistani father and son duo. His son is believed to be 19 years old, and the founder of the Ocean Gate Expeditions company. The owner of the company is even down there. So, and then there were reports that the owner's stepson was at a rock concert over this past weekend. Basically just, and he made a tweet saying that his father would want him to be there or something like that. I don't know.
Wait a minute. You're saying one of the other sons were at a rock concert?
No, one of the owner's son, the owner of the Ocean Gate
Yeah.
Expeditions. Yeah, his stepson took a picture at a rock concert and tweeted
While
it.
he was down on the ocean floor with no.
While everybody's praying for your dad, and he was out at a concert, but the tweet has now since been deleted.
This is the way I say this respectively, this is the way billionaires die. And it's unfortunate because at a price tag of $250,000, SennyJ and Miss Miko, they have a waiting list. They're sold out.
Yeah.
They were sold out. Like, this is big business. Now, I want my money back if I'm on that waiting list.
But they've
not a refund.
Oh yeah. Now I don't know about that, but from the CBS reporter that did it. I think it was in 2021 when he backed out, or
Right.
2022. He put down a deposit. He said back then it was only 100,000, and they put a 10% deposit, and then he ended up backing out like the day before. So, but now they bumped it up to 250,000. So they might lose their deposit, but they also sign a waiver saying that this could happen. So,
Yeah. No.
I mean, they knew the risks, but I think that of course it's the human nature. They're doing something in there to try and survive. And of
Right.
course, there's been a call by the US Navy. Some representative said that they want to put the US Navy into this to find these people. Now, also, there was a story about there's a boat that was like 500 immigrants that recently just sunk, and I don't think anybody's doing anything to help them. So, I've been getting a lot of mixed reports in social media what we're supposed to be upset about. When we get upset about one thing, they're like, nah, y'all need to be upset about this. So, and I mean,
Uh,
250,000. I mean, because a lot of people feel like, they were using a mass grave site basically as like tourists, like
right.
it's something to be toured. Like, is that okay? But I
Right.
mean, I
Yeah,
don't
right.
know.
Right. Yeah, that's a great point. See, the thing is, I believe that some places are just sacred. And remember, it took them 73 years to find the Titanic, to
Right.
find it. And once they found the Titanic's location, all of a sudden it became a profitable situation for the rich, because you have to have money to even get down to that surface of the water, to the sea, to even find artifacts. There are people that are still in that ship dead.
Yeah.
And look what happened. You went down there messing with sacred grounds, and look what happened.
That
You
part.
become you become sacred just like everybody else.
That
I
part.
feel I feel bad for these folks, but like Cindy just said, Miss Miko, what about the 500 people that drowned in the? I don't see the Navy or the Coast Guard going out there to see those guys.
Mm-mm.
So
This,
our they got a few more hours, and you don't see Black and Latinos, even if they're billionaires. We're not going on no little capsule that's the size of a minivan that's going 2.5 miles deep into the North Atlantic to see wreckage of a ship that have dead people in there. Doesn't even
Mm-hmm.
make sense to me to even do it at
it's
$250,000 a pop.
I mean, yeah, they definitely could have did something else with that money, but I mean, it is low key kind of cool. Like, if you could be like, and also the British explorer, his name is Hamid. Let me get his name, but he just recently went on that spaceship with Jeff Bezos, the Blue Origin. He
Mm-hmm.
also just did that. So this, I mean, for somebody like that, this is another opportunity of a lifetime. And if everything is going right, you have a business, you have what is it called, a threshold of expectation that it'll be all right. I mean, we fly every day knowing that, right, that
But
it's
here's
gonna
the thing,
be
Cindy, we don't fly with a gaming remote with no freaking navigation.
well. I mean, that's true, but
And not only that, we don't fly in space like these guys. This guy, I think
he just been to space. What's the
that's what,
ocean floor like? I mean, when you're really, you know what I'm saying, he
yeah,
just
but
been to
then,
space.
yeah, but I think to that person that you're talking about, I think there's a degree of self-centeredness. Like, bro, come on, man. You've been in space. Now you want to hit the bottom of the ocean. Like, well, give it a break. Stay on land, bro.
Not give it a break.
Give
Give
it a
it a
break. You
break.
want to be
He's literally
everywhere.
living his best life.
Yeah, yeah,
He
well,
only,
now that best life is done. Now you got 5 hours left of that best life, because the digital clock is kicking. It's like the NBA time clock. They got 4 hours left. They're
Yeah.
done.
well, listen, miraculous things happen all the time. Imagine if they survive. What I want to know is what is their plan once they find them to get them back up there? What are they going to do?
They're not
So,
finding them, Cindy.
Right? If that was me, I'll just be in a corner somewhere, making love to myself, singing
in a
songs.
minivan
Shut
with
up.
four
You
other
gonna be in
people.
there scared. Was
Yeah,
there
with
bathroom
four. I'm
facilities
not
on
going.
there?
Why? Miss Miko, why be scared? Why are we wasting our time? We're done. It's
The way my
so.
anxiety is set up, I think I'm gonna cry and pee my pants and shake until I clock out.
But
That's
the
just
So
what's
thing,
gonna
you,
happen.
the thing
Miss
is though,
Miko.
is that you can't panic though either, because you only
I'm
have
gonna panic.
so you don't want to keep breathing in. They're probably
I'm gonna
rationing
take
their
all the
air.
air from y'all. If we all together and something happens, it's over.
No, you
We
see,
all
this is
go
what I'm
in.
talking about. The whole fight or flight thing. If she's down,
Exactly.
yeah, this is coming
CJ.
out.
CJ. Miss Miko gonna be like this. Hello. Hello.
Can you hear us?
But my thing is that on Sunday, like, why are we just hearing about this now? Because this mothership or whatever, the main ship, they lost contact with them like an hour and a half into this situation.
Yeah.
So
And I
y'all was
think,
just
didn't the
thinking
guy
that
say
they were.
before he went down, he said something like, "Oh, the water was very rough, so we couldn't dive, but it gave us a little break, so we're gonna try to go now." He said something like that.
Yeah, they were saying something like that with the last text. And I'm just
Yeah.
like, well, why didn't y'all alert people sooner that this problem was happening? But
Well.
I mean, I guess we're gonna see what happens.
Well.
Godspeed. Hopefully they cultivate a plan. These
Well.
are
Like the Italians always say, they swimming with the fishes now. What else you got?
They get eaten by the fishes.
They can't. The fishes can't get to them because they're gonna unfortunately they're gonna die in that capsule. That's gonna be the problem. And that thing gonna float all the way back to Brooklyn.
And wash up on the Bell Parkway. Mm-mm-mm.
and now think about all the people that if they can't find it, because I believe they'll probably call off the search and everything, right? Now people are gonna want to go down there to find it and all this other stuff. So I know it's gonna happen.
And Miss Miko and SennyJ, who's paying this Coast Guard bill? Who's doing
We
that?
are.
We are.
There you go.
We are.
Prayers up.
Welcome to
Because
America.
our tax dollars are
Hard at
going
work.
to find. We're bailing out the rich once again.
Right. Let's put some prayer emojis in for the billionaires that are stuck underneath the North Atlantic,
Fine,
and hopefully, the next 4 hours they could be found. Hopefully, if not, it's a wrap. They're done. Sorry.
And actually, just to speak about the migrants, they are saying the Greek Coast Guard is defending actions as more than 500 migrants heading for Europe are actually feared dead in Iraq. The Greek Coast Guard defended its response to a ship that went down off the country's south coast and left more than 500 migrants presumed drowned. Criticism mounted over Europe's years-long failure to prevent such tragedies. Patrol boats and a helicopter spent a third day scouring the area of the Mediterranean Sea, where the packed fishing vessel capsized early Wednesday in what the UN Migration Agency said could be the second deadliest migrant shipwreck recorded. The deadliest occurred when a vessel capsized off the coast of Libya en route to Italy in April 2015, killing an estimated 1,100 people. Greek Coast Guard spokesman Nikos Alexou said that both Coast Guard and private ships repeatedly offered by radio and loudspeaker to help the vessel while it was in international waters, but they were rejected. They argued that any effort to tow the overcrowded boat or move hundreds of unwilling people onto nearby ships would have been too dangerous. He said that after accepting food from a merchant ship, the passengers rejected a rope bringing more from a second merchant ship because they thought the whole process was a way for us to take them back to Greece. Eastern Mediterranean Maritime said in a statement that the people on the trawler were eventually persuaded to accept supplies. However, no further help was asked. Yeah, so that situation is still ongoing too, if people don't know about it, but I don't know how much America is going to get involved with that, but that is also a sad
Well,
situation that they should get involved with as well.
these European countries, they don't want my Venezuelan and Ecuadorian friends nowhere near shores. Miss Miko was out in Greece within the last year, and shame on you, Miss Miko, and all your friends that went to Greece because of their no tolerance policy towards immigration and immigrants of South America. So you sit there in your best life and you're sitting there doing your dances on
How I
TikTok,
get into this? I ain't got
and
nothing to
you
do with
sit
that.
there and you sit there and
From South
you fund.
America, I think they're fleeing from Greece to go to like France or something.
Right. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah, because
European
the Greece
border.
people don't want them there.
Greece people love black people.
No, they
They want
don't.
us.
This has nothing to do with South America.
I'm
I
telling
don't
you right now, these folks from Greece, they don't like no foreigners. They don't like black
That
folks.
is
They only
not
like
true, Sean.
Miss
Fake
Miko. They liked
news.
you
What are
because
you
you was
talking
spend.
about?
They liked you because you were spending your money there, and they knew you was leaving in a few days.
Oh my gosh.
And sometimes we got to take heed to policies of different countries that we visit. Okay, remember when I was down in Florida before we move on last week, and Governor DeSantis, or you'll call him DeSatan,
Mhm.
he had his radical views, and the Disney Corporation stopped their expansion in the Orlando area because of his rhetoric and his views. And the young lady said to me, if Disney leaves Central Florida, thousands of people are out of work. So it goes to getting DeSantis out of there because of his rhetoric so the people can continue to work in Florida. And it's the same thing with the people in Greece. Don't support these folks out here that migrants are running out of there fearing for their lives to get to another country. The only thing we should be doing with Greece is eating the freaking what's the sandwiches that we all love?
Gyros
The
with the white
gyro
sauce.
with the white sauce. That's it, black folks.
It's called euros.
I don't
They're
care what
called
they call
gyros.
Euros.
We call them gyro.
That's not right.
Well, because you're
And
not from New York.
Right. It's a
that's
gyro with the
exactly.
white sauce.
Exactly. And that's
Wow.
what we should be doing. Go ahead, continue on. And then we're gonna get to Miss Miko's
You really
situation.
gonna say that, Sean, after you just came back from Florida? Try not to do it again, bro. We've been knowing that this Satan is not the way. And you over here patronizing Florida.
And I
Florida
feel
needs to rise up against. That's the problem. Everybody's like, oh, what about the people that live there? Yeah, you need to rise up against what is going on
and
and
that's why I
stopping
feel
all business. Don't go to work. Don't, they need to stop what they're doing with the critical race theory, with the gays, with everything. Just stop everything that's going on in Florida. Why is everybody in America so afraid to stop stuff? What is
nah,
wrong with y'all?
I had a great time in Florida, son. To be not,
Yo.
we're not stopping that, bro. I had a
Yeah.
great time. Roller
Next time,
coasters.
be like, no, we're not going to go to Florida. Take it on to Houston or something.
We're not doing that. Okay, what else you got? Then we go into Miss Miko. What else going
What we're going into, Jonathan Majors and Megan Good.
She's standing by her man.
There have been rumors, buzzings about them being together, if they were even dating because they were seen getting off a boat together. Well, the other day, Jonathan Majors had to go in to start his trial regarding his assault charges on his girlfriend, and she was spotted with him walking into the courthouse for this. Um, Fans have expressed concerns after rumors had surfaced that they were dating. Many supporters of Megan Good have speculated that their relationship is just a PR stunt to help improve his image because he's currently facing assault charges. Her PR people are saying that Megan and Jonathan have maintained a friendship for some time. They're also claiming that their relationship has developed further thanks to Megan's considerable support for him amid his ongoing legal troubles. Um, According to reports, Jonathan isn't letting his ongoing legal issues keep him from the dating scene. They're saying insiders close to the entertainers allege they have recently gotten pretty close and have been spending a lot of time together. So that's what's going on. A lot of people are upset about this because, You know, they just feel like she shouldn't, it's not a good look for her. Other people feel like it might be a good look for her because it's exposing her to other opportunities, possibly. They're saying like she can't really lose because she looks good either way. But I don't know how I feel about if I'm dating you and the first couple of months we're having to go to court because you choked out your ex, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Well, first of all, Miss Miko and SennyJ, I saw Megan Good walk into that courtroom with this man with her shades on, and she was proudly high stepping with this African American. And the only thing I thought about was this man is a savage, boy. He's laying that pipe down so hard on these young ladies.
She said, I'm going to stick beside him.
He's laying that pipe down on the Babylonian and on the African American sister. He's piping down Megan so much that she doesn't even realize she's in court with this dude.
And he looked like he got a crazy pipe game just by the way he looked.
People are speculating that she was possibly the one that he was texting that the girl freaked out about. That is a conspiracy theory out there, but I just don't know how I feel about it. Like, is Megan even your type, Jonathan? Yeah. It is screaming PR stunt. Like,
yeah, I think like Megan Good.
How long have they really been close friends? Like, she just got out of a marriage. Like, come on, what are you talking about?
You know, Megan Good, who was spectacular in Roll Bounce back in the day.
Why do you keep bringing up this Roll Bounce?
Why did you always go to that?
She was a teenage heartthrob back in the day. Megan, you need to stay clear of this mess, young lady.
He gonna choke you out too, girl.
Yeah, you might catch a speed dive if it don't go his way. I don't think this is a good look for you. We listen. We have love for you, young lady. Why would you even subject yourself to, like Cindy just said, y'all just started a new relationship and y'all in court already for a domestic? Boy, let's give a round of applause to Jonathan Majors, right?
Jonathan Majors.
Let's give a round of applause to Jonathan Majors' pipe game. Let's clap for that.
JM, y'all.
What?
He's tossing these chicks around at will. SennyJ, have you ever been tossed around by a man at will, SennyJ?
Yeah.
Let's clap for that.
It was pretty cool.
Miss Miko, have you ever been thrown against the wall and tossed around by a dude?
Why the feeling?
Why the throwing?
A little choke action as well, Miss Miko?
Just not of this. Just a little. Yeah.
Let's clap for that. Ladies, I just want to say I've been tossed around and choked before myself. So let's clap for me.
Okay, Shawn. All right. I can see that.
So, Megan, boy, you're getting choked out, man. He's piping you down, and he's like, get dressed, honey. We going to court. And she's right by her man.
Going to Pound
God
Town.
bless her. All right, like Danielle Williams would say, Pound Town. All right. Thank you, Cindy. We're going to get back to you in a minute. We're going to get to our one and only Miss Miko. Miss Miko, what you got going on?
I got some tips for you guys. Now, you guys know that mail fraud and robbing these mailboxes is on the rise. According to USPS, they have at least 2,500 mailbox thefts, as well as 412 letter carrier robberies. So they robbing y'all mailman. So what's happening is that they're robbing the mailman. They're taking the letters, and say you write a check to your light or the gas company, they would change this stuff on a check to themselves. So say you like SennyJ write a check to PNP. Who's the gas people? UGI. I don't pay. You might pay them bills. I don't know. Anyway, you write a check to the gas company. So instead of it going there, it's gonna go to SennyJ, and they'll change the amount from 150 to 1,500 or 15,000. So in Miss Miko's tips, I have some tips to protect yourself against mail fraud. Go ahead, Shawn.
Okay.
Now I'm listening. I'm listening first.
Like this. I thought you was telling me to pause.
No.
So when writing a check, the first thing you want to do is write in permanent ink. Do not use like the TD Bank pens or any of those pens. It's easy for you to manipulate the letters. You want to write them in permanent clear ink. The next thing you want to do is use the entire space when filling out the payee and dollar amount. If you can't use a space, you just draw a line, XX over 100, and a long line so they can't add any other numbers or words to whatever your check is written to. The second thing is sign your checks the same way every time. Do not change your signature. It's going to be hard for them to duplicate the signature if you change it. The last but not least is you want to send it safely. What do I mean by that? Going into the post office, standing on the line for 20 minutes, and handing your letter to the postal person that's behind the window. That's the safest way to ensure that your check is going to go to the next person, because it's not in the blue mailboxes where they're doing phishing and they're stealing. And that is Miss Miko's tips.
Miss Miko, okay.
All right, let's clap for Miss Miko's tips. Okay, here's the first problem. Postal workers, my aunties and uncles out there, y'all looking real crazy out there.
They getting robbed.
You got, again, how many times I've been saying this throughout the years? You got that dingy light blue shirt on.
Shawn.
You got those saggy ass pants. You got those non-threatening delivery trucks. You got that stupid knapsack on you. And you look like you ready to get cat out there.
Yeah.
You look
and
like
guess what? I
we
won't
don't
give it up to
respect.
it ain't my mail.
We give more respect to the Grubhub delivery guy than you get.
That's crazy.
We give more praises to our Amazon delivery guys because those are the real MVPs. Do we really even need the post office anymore? You're not.
Ooh, Shawn,
You was forced to deliver on the weekends when Amazon and FedEx and UPS started busting your ass. You see, when them UPS drivers come through with all that brown and them brown vans, nobody messing with them.
You right.
Postal workers, man. Listen, I got love for y'all. But do we really need y'all right now?
I think we still need the post workers.
We don't.
We
don't need. Listen, the young lady. We all have our own post office route person, right? And the lady that does the mail where we live, I actually feel sorry for her.
I don't even see mine. I don't even know if mine is a guy or a girl.
Oh, mine. Her name is Amy. She's sweet.
Oh.
Right, they're sweet.
They're
not threatening.
Put
a number 1 chat room if we still need the postal service. Put a number 2 if we don't need. I don't think we need the postal service anymore. I think the postal service ranks up there with the toll collectors and the highway. We don't need them. They're gone.
Yeah, the toll collectors. Yeah, I ain't like them, so they can go.
And Miss Miko and SennyJ, who are we really looking for? We're looking for our Amazon deliveries.
Yeah. Have you on Amazon?
That's what we're looking for. Sometimes I don't even know. I have to remind myself to look in my mailbox for the mail.
Yeah.
I don't want that mail. I want my Amazon deliveries. And then you walk around, you're not even high stepping in these streets. You're not walking with any confidence, postal workers. You're just doing it for the bag, literally. Some of y'all throw the mail away. You got attitudes at your dingy, old ass, busted post office.
Oh.
All post offices are busted out there. The tired is dirty. It's a lot going on.
Oh.
Do we need to downscale the U.S. Postal Service? I say yes. Pay them all off. I think they should give the postal work to Amazon or UPS and FedEx, and let's get this thing popping. Because we never think when we need the delivery or we need something mailed out, we don't think post office. Okay, let me ask you this question, Miss Miko and SennyJ. When the last time both of you purchased a book of stamps?
Oh,
never.
I don't.
I've never done that.
Yeah. I haven't done it in a while. Put
a number 1 in the chat room if you did that old man purchase, you still purchase stamps. Because if you're in that chat room and you're still purchasing stamps, there is something naturally wrong with your whole entire life.
I bought a stamp. I bought an envelope with a stamp on it because I had to mail it. That's what I did. But a book, buy a book of stamps? No. And I was actually surprised at how much it cost. I was like, for some stickers? Nah. I'm good. I'll just take, how much are those? Oh, $1. Give me the envelopes with the stamp on it.
Right. That's when I go when the last time, which I can't remember the last time I purchased a stamp. I did the same thing. I purchased a stamp in the envelope. Miss Miko, let me ask you this question. How much is a stamp in the United States? How much is one stamp?
I think it's like 75 cents.
Because I have
I
no
don't think
clue.
it's that high.
CJ, I have no clue how much a stamp costs. I have no stamps in this house. I don't remember when the last time I saw one. So it goes back to my question. Do we really need the postal service?
It's 63 cents.
Oh my God. Wow.
I thought they were like 35 cents.
Chat room. Do we need the post office? And listen, we all know people that work at the post office. I'm not saying to the individual postal worker, God bless you. I got love for y'all. But do we really need y'all? That's all I'm saying. I'm trying to get you guys early retirement. You come at the same time every day. God knows how much your next day's service is. I don't even want to know. You go on Amazon, you purchase and click your product, and it's here literally 17 minutes.
For free.
For free.
That's amazing.
And I can get me a little BET with that.
Yep.
What are we doing?
Give me a little BET.
Yo, post office, are y'all giving us some streaming with your deliveries? What are we getting? Just you delivering the mail? That's so medieval. Give us something else. Give us something else other than delivering our tired ass mail and you looking tired. And that's another thing. They need to rebrand, change the uniforms, different colors. They got to do something. Post office, y'all got to do something because y'all becoming so irrelevant by the minute. We don't care about y'all no more. We barely know how much the stamp is. We just show you courtesy because our mamas raised us right. We have the love for UPS, FedEx, and Amazon. That's who we deal with.
Mad love.
Word.
We have more respect for the DoorDash driver.
Basically.
You deliver the mail at the same time every day, like you're doing something important. And you're getting beat up, you're getting robbed. People are robbing like what Ms. Miko said, the people are fraudulent, they fraudulent checks, they robbing you. What is going on here?
They putting mouse traps down in the mailbox on the sticky side up on the string and pulling up mail. That's how they get the mail out the mailbox. I was like, what?
And Ms. Miko and SennyJ, let me ask y'all both this question. When the last time either one of you took a letter and put it in a mailbox? That blue metal box in the street. Cindy, when the last time you purchased a stamp, put whatever item in an envelope, walk to a mailbox and mail something? When the last time you did that, Cindy?
I don't even know, Shawn. I can't even recollect. Over a decade ago. Over 2 decades, I want to say.
Miss Miko, when the last time you purchased a stamp, got an envelope, put whatever letter, bill, whatever, check, whatever in there, walked to or drove to a post office box and put the letter in the box? When the last time you did that?
I don't mail letters.
But when the last time you did it?
It's been a long time.
Exactly. Okay.
But Shawn, you just did it with the sweatshirts. You be in that post office hustling them people in the post office, give them a hard way to go with the sweatshirts. You always in there with a bunch of boxes.
That is true. That's true. But
Here you come again.
Here I come again. Okay, that is true. But other than that, I don't remember when the last time I did anything with the postal service. Put it on one chat. Okay, let me ask you a question. Where is the right off the top of your head? Where is the postal box in your hood?
I have no idea.
Exactly.
I have no idea. I can't even. I'm trying to think. I don't even
Cindy,
know.
ask me that same question.
Shawn, where is the post office box in your hood?
SennyJ, I have no idea. Cindy, could you turn around and look at Miss Miko and ask her that question?
Miss Miko, where is the mailbox in your hood?
Girl, I don't even know.
I don't. And maybe that's even more cause of concern as to why mail fraud is on the rise, because obviously there's a lot of people still using the mail and doing it this way. So maybe this is just a regional thing, because obviously people are still mailing stuff.
Well, we're gonna
I
do
want to
more.
know who's mailing anything.
Miss
Why are,
Miko,
and especially your checks.
Right.
Y'all don't got Zelle?
Miss Miko, we're gonna do. Cindy's gonna do one more story. We're gonna get out of here, and Miss Miko. And after that, we're gonna give you the last word. But
Okay.
Miss Miko, let me ask you a question. I mean, could you find out what's the starting salary for these postal workers, if you don't mind?
What for
Uh,
the letter carriers?
yeah, for the letter carriers, what's the average salary for these people? Cindy, we're about to close out, but what else you got, Cindy?
I thought this story really resonated with me, and so I just wanted to let everybody know out there what was going on. United Airline workers allegedly were making $10,000 a week stealing weed from people's checked luggage.
Wow.
Okay, that's why it keeps it on me. Two United Airlines cargo agents at San Francisco International Airport orchestrated a years-long scheme to steal marijuana from departing passengers' luggage, and then raked in as much as $10,000 per week selling the contraband. Joel Lamont Dunn was described as the mastermind, and Adrian Webb was his right-hand man behind the brazen ring involving other cargo agents at the airport. According to the feds, an informant who had knowledge of the conspiracy to steal marijuana was working alongside Dunn and Webb as a ramp cargo agent when the alleged scheme was hatched in 2020. The informant told the feds that Dunn approached them to assist with stealing marijuana from checked baggage. The informant was paid around $2,000 in cash per shift or more if large quantities were taken that day. It is unclear who was transporting such vast amounts of marijuana through airport security. The informant told investigators that Dunn was the leader of the operation, while Webb appeared to his right-hand man. The two the two have been charged with conspiracy to distribute a controlled substance and released on bail. Dunn's bail was set 75,000 and Webb's at 50,000. A trial date has not yet been set. Um, the pair surfaced on the Fed's radar after they were robbed at gunpoint in the employee parking lot near their personal vehicles.
What?
Video surveillance from shortly before the robbery shows Dunn, Webb, and other employees moving black trash bags out of the secure area airport, consistent with the marijuana theft scheme. Neither Dunn or Webb reported to the police that marijuana was robbed from them. The feds, acting on a tip from their sources, intercepted two individuals who exited the secure area of the airport with a cart carrying two large boxes and a large black plastic bag. Federal investigators uncovered 14 kilograms or 30 pounds of marijuana. And the two guys that they got, I guess, on the surveillance who were intercepted were frequently seen with Dunn and Webb. So it seems like they might have gotten a hold of one of their workers and like got them to talk to get this whole scheme going. Because for real, bro, how are you an informant and you're giving up $2,000 a week? I would have been like, I didn't see anything. I don't know what's going
Right.
on in there.
All right.
And give
Well,
me my money.
right. Well, listen,
I
guys.
don't know nothing. Get my money.
Uh, just to let you know, it's the only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team. That's what the Queen SennyJ and the Queen Miss Miko. We truly appreciate each and every one of you, and thank you. Now, I'm assuming that these are neighbors.
Absolutely.
young neighbors. And again, you hear these stories over and over again. My young neighbors, my young little neighbors, these neighbor ass neighbors, they just can't take a few $1,000s worth of the weed and go on with their life. Now they gotta consolidate and make this a whole business of robbing the weed at the job.
Whole operation.
A whole $10,000 a week operation. When you could have dibbed and dabbed a little bit whenever you needed some paper. And then your man drop a dime on you because he becomes an informant.
Come on, bro.
Bro, how many times have SennyJ shared these stories throughout the years? The last year, the postal worker, they had a whole $1 million scheme over there, and they just wouldn't stop, and they got caught.
Yep.
Take your you got $10,000 worth of weed, and then you wait another month or 2, 6 months, you get another $10,000. You can do this by yourself. And why are you telling people?
Yeah, keep your mouth shut. Do your dirt
when
by
you
your
working with a company like that, nobody's going to know it.
Right.
But you got to tell everybody. And us black folks, we will drop a dime on each other so fast it ain't even funny. And the feds are looking at your dumb ass on video every day. They figuring it out because you robbing them too much. And then on top of that, and shout out to these people that bring pounds of weed to the airport.
I'm trying to tell y'all. You can fly.
Because the people who bring pounds of weed to the airport is obviously, this is a thriving business. But you know what? My neighbors, they're stealing. The feds are probably stealing the weed as well. You know, they're doing something with the weed. All this is contraband. All this is just extra income.
Mm-hmm.
So to the folks that are bringing weed, the folks that are bringing weed to this airport, knock it off. And the guys that are stealing weed at the job, just take a little at a time. Now look at you. You don't even have enough bail money to get you out, but you moved $1,000 a week worth of weed. It's counterproductive. If I'm gonna steal the weed, nobody's gonna know it. I'm not telling nobody.
Yeah.
Ditto.
All right.
That's what I'm saying.
Cindy, thank you. All right.
Keep it on ya.
Nature's pocket.
I mean, that boy, you have a lot of, like, you don't even, right. And you don't even realize, like, I mean, when you got all that weed on you and you go to the airport, especially in the morning, they got the barking dogs out there in the morning. They got the hound dogs are out there.
But you know why, Shawn? Because the checked baggage, it doesn't go through the scanners and everything immediately. They just weigh it and then send it to get put back in the thing. And I'm sure they check some of them randomly, but they're not checking everybody's checked baggage. And people know that. They're just throwing it on and throwing it in the bottom. So, you know.
All right. Well, we appreciate your story. Hey, don't get any ideas, SennyJ. Trust me. You almost got Brittany grinded the last time. All right. Miss Miko, we're going to give you the last word. Thank you so much, guys. Only place on earth where you get your morning started, right? Shawn Harvey, the queen, Cindy, the queen, Miss Miko. We truly appreciate you. Go ahead, Miss Miko. What's going on? You got the last word.
Happiness is the only thing that multiplies when you share it.
Ooh. Say that one more time.
Happiness is the only thing that multiplies when you share it.
Okay.
Y'all like that?
Yeah, we love it.
That was very nice, Miss Miko. I love it.
All right, guys, we see you guys. Let's wave at them. We see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are out of here, and God bless y'all. Let's go.